inside the state of emergency, plenty things then don't happen, good and bad things, all in the name of protecting people from the COVID-19.
State of emergency, not to an open free where anything can happen. No. They get certain things that the Constitution say, they can restrict your movement, they can enter your house and search without warrants, etc., etc. But there are certain things during the state of emergency not for ever happen. I.e., they're not for all kids, they begin beat people. No.
The COVID-19, just like the Ebola, picking and don't tap for go school. But what don't they go around say plenty picking and don't begin involved by other activities then. You will know about the latest thing will happen inside the country. You will hear about one salon person in Ghana where don't talk about the test where Ghana self don't begin test all foreigners them in the country.
They actually passport them, we document them. If we own tickets, we use for travel, they actually get to inside. So after we don't can do all that checking, the next day they carry to cough. They say make we cough and put we cough inside the pits and the inside the cup. So then go do the test. But in negative.
This and plenty other things then they for inside the program today. No go nonsense. My name is Ali Usise, and are there with Justin on the line.
I greet you in the name of Allah. My name is Usman Justin.
Let me go now na Freetown and talk to Solomon Subandi, where na the boss for Amnesty International na Salon, as himself been the talk on the state of emergency inside Sierra Leone.
Again, now this will not really able to understand on the part of the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, because maybe they follow the proceedings where government began for the president began for pass the state of emergency. Quite right. When he passed up, Parliament need for approval. So what happened was that the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, he carried the proclamation carried on Parliament. There was a whole lot of debate around the wording, state of public health emergency or state of emergency. But at the end of the day, they were able to settle and then pass that proclamation, the state of emergency proclamation, meaning Parliament don't pass and I don't hold water. But Honorable Kandem Yonkila, before in the agree, say made they agree to the passing of the state of emergency, tell the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, say, then they pass that proclamation on the understanding that within 14 days, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they get for prepare what they call rules and regulations, where for can go back to Parliament, where they for able look at them, able approve them. But to date, it has not happened. And the argument of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice that provision in the Constitution under Section 29, either 5 or 10, that it will take them even 3 months before they even make it. As long as it's not even 3 months, that's 90 days, they still hold on to them, and no matter when. So to us, this is worrying because the practice we don't see, especially when we get the Ebola, and the fact that where President Nkrumah by then, he passed the state of emergency, he carried on to Parliament their approval. It was followed by rules and regulations of the state of emergency, where they bother on how the Ebola virus will be contained. So they bring out rules and regulations, and so those ones were translated like into a bylaw, where even at community level, you will see how local rulers, then paramount and local chiefs, then they implement them. So you see how effective the whole thing is. This is the problem now we have, because where we don't have a clear rules and regulations, we don't see no more like how it happen now. We just see a lot of press releases, especially from the COVID-19 response team. They can just come on and say, these are the proclamation, or from State House. So we are getting a lot of press releases and information from various sources. And we know for this so. Let us have a codified rules and regulations where Parliament don't, we don't go to Parliament, don't pass, they don't accept that. And it becomes binding on all of us so that we all know what to really do in this very, very difficult moment.
All right, thank you very much. Take the time to talk to me today inside the program.
Thank you too.
That's na Solomon Subandi, the boss for Amnesty International na Salone on the state of emergency and this particular regulation. But let me go now and talk to this other young human rights lawyer when Augustine Sembe Mara has himself been getting concern on this state of emergency where they right now na Salone and the regulation where the Attorney General not care yet na Parliament for let them look into. And this now be one of the human rights lawyer them where be right the time where Salone been get Ebola, write letter to former President Kouma for let it go bring the state of emergency. But now it get a concern on this state of emergency. Let me listen to what you get for see.
So basically, we gladly, and I want to state that I associate myself with the state of emergency where the president be declared, Parliament be adopt the declaration of proclamation. But subsequently, the Constitution say it gives power to the president to make regulations. Under the Constitution, now ministers then heads of parastatal statutory bodies and then to make regulations under some particular law we go allow them to make regulations. But Section 29 of the Constitution give power to the president to make regulations during a state of emergency. But then regulations and they, in my own opinion, and I get the concurrence of the other lawyers where are constitutional experts, we believe the regulations and the power for make them where the president gets, the power for adopting a parliament gets them. So what you don't see now that the president not made the regulations, which by the way, it almost confusing because today we grab two press releases will come on with a number of measures. You're not able to keep up. If you're not able to save now your phone in your far, then you're doomed. Right? So what we advocate really now for all the measures that we president want for let them apply during the state of emergency, let them put them before parliament. Because the reason is if they put them before parliament and then they represent we all in one room. They can able to get the views of people across the country. They can able for amend there and there. Then things say them measures they are harsh or them measures they are self not adequate and can amplify them. So now for give the people of Sierra Leone an opportunity, whereas the president get power for make the parliament and get the power now for make the regulations and they come into force. And sadly, since the proclamation in late March to date, the executive branch of government only laid them regulations before parliament. So and that is what we have been calling for.
This you concern where you get now other thing where Amnesty International very concerned about because inside it, then the thing say plenty human rights violation then go on. So as a legal person, you they see from this angle here, the same way Amnesty they see.
Correct. And I think I associate very, very largely with the concerns where Amnesty gets for two reasons. Firstly, why make you their regulations should come before parliament? Because I mean today we'll get a nice president, it seems. But imagine if you get the devil tomorrow, we will come pass some measures the way one the anti-democratic, the anti-human rights, etc., etc. So waiting the role with parliament they play now for ensure whereas the president get power for pass measures and regulations, parliament they serve as checks and balances. So one person will get power for make regulations, not go abuse them, not go use them power them they for political purposes. We know they say in this case president not use them for political purposes. No. But the Constitution, then safeguards and they will present that the Constitution should be adhered to because now then safeguards and then they keep with democracy. Democracy not contemplate one person forget all the powers. If they give one power, you say the other person for check you. So if you get power for make, you say no, before you wait don't make a law, before you apply them, the other institution for watch them for say yes, you correct. you know, don't abuse them, you know, don't go beyond the powers, you know, don't violate people and fundamental rights by them measures there. So now that make we the advocate say parliaments for play the role because parliaments are one of the key infrastructure now with democracy.
So now that you raise concern, um, you don't see any of them violation there, so we make you decide for raise concern, or you just want to do one for let the government go there on the safer side.
Yeah, so firstly, me now constitutional scholar. So even before violation occur, we want the law, they follow the law to the T. That is what we're concerned about. That's one. And if they don't follow the law to the T, it means that they don't violate the constitution. And mind you, the constitution and the basic law. The constitution represents me and you to reviews the views of the people of this country. So now the chief document, the chief legal documents will not want to let them violate them at all. Because once you begin violate the constitution, it violates all other laws that will come up from the constitution. So firstly, yes, I don't want to see violation of constitutional provision. Secondly, them measures there, they not put them before parliament and violations that they occur. And you know, during the lockdown, we see videos of policemen and soldier man and they beat people and they meet people and they get water, they beat them with cane. We not get corporal punishment in our law books anymore. We don't have
plenty
it.
people
But
now,
then the side say,
plenty people now go they say this na abnormal time, you know. As long as they don't invoke the state of emergency, then it means say the government can just do anything, not to normal time. So we for try and understand and adjust to the system they need.
no, I agree. These are not normal times. I make then they say lockdown for freedom. You then they deprive you of your right to freedom of movement. It's not normal. Nobody know what tell me say you don't have for 2 weeks or curfew from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So these are not normal times. Yes, so we get some of their rights and the way during state of emergency they can suspend them. You know, like for example, not in normal times if they detain you, you will then have police detention for 3 days. If not misdemeanor, but if not any of them serious crimes, then they will keep you for up to 10 days. But during the state of emergency, they able for all you for detention for up to 30 days. So these are not normal times. We agree. But state of emergency no mean say any kind thing they for do am. No, 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 no. For example, even during state of emergency, they're not for kill. Even during state of emergency, they're not for do what they call cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment. With them beating and when they use cane, they flag people in a cruel, degrading, and inhuman treatment. State of emergency not give an opportunity or not give a field day to law enforcement agency them to go about and with people and no. So state of emergency itself not to an open field where anything can happen. No, 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 no. They get certain things that the constitution say they can restrict your movement, they can enter your house and search without warrants, etc., etc. But there are certain things during the state of emergency enough for ever happen. I.e., they're not for all care they begin with people and no, 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 the constitution not sanction and they. So state of emergency, even the powers them, they are not unlimited.
So finally, on the issue of the state of emergency and the regulation, if the Attorney General, you know, when in the legal person where they advise the government, you know, on legal issues them, if at all you not care go then regulation as on a parliament, what will be your next step in terms of your legal work?
Well, I mean, as always, we scholars and activists, what we do is to bring the issues there to the fore, bring them to the public, and then request that the relevant institutions they act. In this case, Parliament, Parliament get power for parliamentarians, them, the Constitution says 20% of them can summon in rights to the Speaker of Parliament, and the Speaker of Parliament convene Parliament. And because the don't get the motion where Parliament will don't adopt, say the office of the AG for bringing the regulations within 2 weeks some pass, Parliament get powers. They came regulating itself. Parliament get powers for someone, the AG for appear before them and give them reason why you know don't put the regulations before Parliament, which by the way, that could be contempt of Parliament because Parliament don't say if you bring regulations within 14 days, you know, being it's an affront to Parliament. And I know say Parliament get powers then be able for someone the AG and ask them relevant questions there.
Thank you very much. That's now Augustine Sembe Mara, we're now one human rights lawyer. We made a talk on that. But on 98.1 FM, the leader of government business been say the government still gets right for look into this particular thing or for take this 10 years to within 90 days to parliament within 3 months. So no way not the way the government don't able for flout this particular thing when for cargo this regulation at parliament. But the concern now of people then, if you as the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice don't make a pronouncement in parliament, to the people of Salone, say within 14 days, and they carry this thing back, then you not can go, it means say you don't lie to the people of Salone, and it shows say you can talk something with them. In as much as you still live within the law, but you don't stick to the promise where you make in a parliament say, and they can go within 14 days.
Well, I feel say now in rights for make a care go this thing because as we talk here, you don't make a promise for submit certain document at parliament. I believe say people are very responsible again. They sit on the wait and look forward to you. And then at the end of the day, you're not able to go with this document. Now a total disappointment, not even to the parliament, but to the country as a whole.
But the parliament not feel disappointed, because according to the leader of government business, he say, then the waits, the government still get time when 90 days, in as much as the Attorney General will promise, but 14 days. But that's not a problem for them at all, according to them. Anyway, let's not labor on that issue there. Let we go now. So under this same state of emergency, water business is a serious problem inside Salone right now. The curfew day, curfew now from 9 to 6. Now some area them, they open, then 2 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, or then 1 o'clock in the morning, And this curfew, waiting with the see right now, people then don't they complain, say when then they go out for go get water, policeman they run after them, they take them things then at the hand, carry them at police station, go, arrest them, and then they go pull money back at the hand at the end of the day. So if person want for abide to this particular curfew by way for go out for go get water, it means say you the day without water, we're very bad. And this means say you go to the situation where the PR will be talk say if you not get water, now for buy packet water. Packet water now in a Salone, very expensive, and in fact it's not day safe now. So you see how the people and they suffer now for water business.
Well, really, this water business, as we talk about, we don't talk about in our last program. I just do believe, say, is the one that we concern at that particular sector, they when at the security sector, they need for step in and do some adjustment because of the time where they pump the lock and the time where they pump the open, and the time where the curfew they take place. Because they find out, say, the time where pump they open don't enter inside the time of the curfew. And at the end of the day, where people can come up for go get water, policeman and they come after them. Not only come after them, then they take them, arrest them, go with them at the various stations them. Some of them can tell you people and say, bail yourself. The other one, then they take them, they go then a station. And not for go then a station again, some of them, before they reach you to a station, we know Salone police, then we don't molest them, that person with them all. Sometimes that person there is not even well, then go don't beat and go rough them before they go with them. So really, this, you don't wanna and imona, this now water business, water na life. Without water, we're not able to do nothing. They need for come inside and do some adjustments.
Still inside this coronavirus, when we look at the issue of, the picking them where the Sidora clan host. Inside last week, we see video being the pass on the social media, one shameful video they pass on the social media of 2 picking them, 2 teenagers them, the picking be there inside in school uniform. And the bobo, according to what we get again, they say the titi go left this in boyfriend so to impadi because impadi not be well. But waiting not happen. We see inside the picking and the boyfriend being they make love, and then somebody being video them, and then it's sent out on social media. What do you think of this kind of act? So the picking they on side now one, then the one back will do this act because for the picking I think say. If I don't be responsible enough, for where he go, where he inside in school uniform, he make sure say he go na oath and respect in uniform. But if he go again and send out for go school, he go do that kind of thing there. So this again, now another part of the coin. The picking really not try in that area. There. But the worst part of all of this, I think, say, now the one way video and share them. Whether not set up or not, we don't know.
Well, really, as we talk on this video issue, of course, now a video where I pass me eye through, where I'm not even able to go further for watching because it's so pathetic and discouraging. So we will get to sister them and we gal picking them. You know, this now two parts of the story. The part of the picking where in getting school uniform and go do mommy and daddy business inside in school uniform, and the one where do this video. Now we start with the picking where get the school uniform and take this uniform, go do mommy and daddy business. Of course, it's not right. We all know say it's not right. You know, you as a student, you either go to school, you get any other affairs for attend, after school, go home, remove your school uniform, and go further with any other business we get for go do. We all know, when people don't reach the stage of mommy and daddy business, you will try no more, but will not be able to stop them. You understand? But so far, so good. There is no right. There is no right, I repeat, for make somebody take in partner. Now you host you as a friend, according to the story what we get say, he go left, he go to a guy, a friend, I didn't go. You understand? Whether be it set up or not to set up, there is no right for make that friend they set a camera because not get for day inside way, then two people they do this my man that the business. It just get for me say setting
so
camera.
According to what I see from the video, it's like it's up now the domot part, you know, because you see the domot close, it's up there, you know, and the video whether and they pay attention for what they do.
Okay, let me take a show. Say it's up now the domot or wheresoever it's up, they do this thing. Bottom line is, it's not right for make it even do that kind of thing there. Or if you don't do that thing there because of your reason, where me and you don't know, it not gets right for publishing because for make you publish somebody video, you get for asking consent. Excuse me for the language. Even the one way they act blues, you know they just go video and left them out. Now arrangement when I get papers, they now they sign contract before you left them. If you don't do this thing because it take the advantage in your place. If friend go to this mommy and daddy business with this school picking, you either contact a friend or you get other thing for do where you know for left this thing. So if you don't go forward and left this video, for me, I think say the law need for come inside and get arrest this man or this boy where do this acts for make it go explain proper to the police why make it do this act. As
because
people in the
you get a point. You get a point. The time where you know, them kind of video also been come up plenty one inside salon, you know. Then there's them with plenty video, you know, salon people know. The police will come up with a word say anybody where they catch the share, then kind of video then go arrest them. So I think say the need for, you know, bring that kind of thing back and start with this particular one because this one, you know, the problem now where they cause. This PK so I remember one time in the way two school picking and girl picking them in kiss themselves now up gun. Somebody snap them. The picking them, they get for grab them at school because of that. Then I be all discussion on you. Now this one worst past that kiss them day. So you know now say obviously that school where they speaking they go, then get for the grab them. Now this thing here, so you already share the video, you equally liable for kill somebody. How? If this picking are picking where they quick for take to mind, you know, it's seen the share in video like that, people were not supposed to see nakedness, they see nakedness, it can take to mind, it die. Or it kill himself, you know, we not they pray God for them, but we get for look at the good and the bad part of everything. So this first year, so I think saying a criminal act for let it do what it do, so whether that's set up or not, the need for go back to the picking and the bobo for let them show who side and go and outcomes, you know, there are video they video them and then send them outside. Inside the Ebola, plenty picking them been drop out of school. you know, girl picking them because of them go do mommy and daddy business and then get belly at the end of the day. Plenty school not be accept them again at the end of the day. Now we see say Corona don't come and we expect say them for try for put laws them again for anybody because we get some big man then we go out for rights, you know, now picking them book as the slogan day, you know, do mommy and daddy business with picking them, you know, give them belly at the end of the day, make them picking and they drop out of school. So I think say law for them kind of thing and they because that amount of number, you know, in as much as then they accept them back for go to school, that number will be drop out the last thing. It not will be, you know, encouraging for law. We see that kind of thing and they again happen right now when school law lock for me to pay school go open.
Well, I think saying a very good advice where the minister don't try for gear out, where he released the video where we all don't see. Again, this we can blame the government sometimes, but this immediate to the comrade when are the parents them we get them picking them. You understand? You the parents, you get a role for play to you girl picking at us because now you get them. For the school issue, now sometimes the picking can go spend at school no more. As well school don't lock so now because of this COVID-19. We they try for compare now what will be happen for Ebola time, make it not happen again. This immediate to the parents the way they get them picking at us because there is no way right now where teacher they no say the picking they this, the picking they that because they're not there for now, they're not in a care. So this the parents them get a role for play and now they more get a role for play.
All right, so I think it's very important that we should that kind of point say, you know, but other things that they happen inside salon, quick one. Thief man and don't take now the front line as security officers them, you know, now they now the secure people by way out and they go and thief people and things them. As shameful as pot and pan, you know, by Pademba Road, you know, now that Brookfields area, you know, people and thief man and they go now thief people and pot and pan, people and the Allah, policeman and they around security people, but they're not still come to the aid. So I think say the worst story happen na Regent and Gloucester, no, na Gloucester and Leicester. Thief man them na net go vandalize the transformer them, cut cable, take parts and part the transformer, and then now the people in London at that area and they 1 week now then they go without lights, and this is really shameful at this time of the day.
You know, it really shameful for the police force what we get now this week country, honestly, because to be honest enough, now we dey under state of emergency, as we all know. And then when a country dey under state of emergency, that country covered by the security forces who gets now the country, when are the police and the soldiers them as we see in our street. You know, then people are not for be good number for beat people in our streets and molest people, and for be good as well for secure life and properties of the country. So if we covered by the security right now under state of emergency, then thief business here, they happen, they go thief transformer. No, in the worst of it, the one way happen at pandemic, they go thief pan them. And then people and they call the police for rescue, no police know they come. So I wonder if this thing they happen, who that we rely on now, or who that we able to?
A vigilante, all man for take care of his security. All right, Ghana begin do what in China they do. You know, Ghana self don't begin to test foreigners them, now they place them. We get a story of one saloon person, you know, where they inside Ghana right now. We talk to we as they tell we on audio for security reason, you know, because it's still in Ghana. Say Ghana don't begin do the same test to just foreigner them, and for them then they scared because they don't know what thing they happen. But in as much as it is scared, they say this is a good thing where saloon say for copy. Let me listen to this person.
I want to go and check for the sick, for this coronavirus. They go and check. Also for the foreigners them. Because they say they get to understand, say, the one they way they travel from one country to another, and then they work out with the sick. So like they can check when we can inside the country, they actually passport them, we document them. If we own tickets, what we use for travel, they go to the gate to inside. So after we don't can do all that checking, the next day they carry it cough. They say make we cough and put we cough inside the pits and the inside the cup. So then go do the test. So then go do the test, but it's negative. So like from that time, I'm not gonna again. Because they look at and say, the table will come, the country will come, or the sick not be even the day. Then the table will reach now, Ghana back, not be even meet the sick. So when they don't try to the time will come and the time when the sick don't go. So they don't get problem to one side. So like they don't forget about you. But they still on the worker, they will also check for foreigners, they will be just carry side where the sick will go. So if you then find out say the time the way you carry side, the sick video or the country where you come on, the sick go there, then they quarantine you.
So where you see them gonna you domot? Waiting for scanner you mind.
I forget because them be dey talk about farm vaccine where they say then they go distribute to the African countries then. So like I forget I feel say something I don't carry for Kano before we not foreigner, so I forget. So now later now when they tell we say now for we own good, they say make we not forget because they go and check most from foreigner the way just kind side they look at and say now they carry the sick from one country to another. So they say no not forget now for we own good.
First of all, you feel say waiting Ghana they do, right?
Yeah, it's right. Sometimes go don't travel, you don't care. You know, if you know say you don't come out with the sick from the country where you come out, you don't care. You don't know your system, but you not go move. So like through the way how then they can do and so when they can check, then go quarantine you. If you meet up say the thing they like system, straight from there, then they go for no and pick you up from the other people them and go with you for treatment. Me for me, I'm not saying a bad idea.
So let's say right now they talk to Madabio, what you go tell them concerning this coronavirus and this kind of thing where they happen when they check people them when are foreign and other country.
I believe say them say for do the same thing. So the one where they travel, where they come out from different countries, especially the country the way they don't know say get the sick. So I believe so they say for go and do the same thing.
Well, you don't hear Salon need for copy from that particular thing the way Ghana self they do. So they call on Salon for begin do the same thing. But I don't know, what do you think of this particular thing before they come to the end of the program? Ghana they check all foreigners.
Yeah, we say for check all foreigners. Now the same thing that they say here. Not only Ghanaians them. Who say we need for the check. But honestly, we can't see too free. Now we copy, so we copy the rights now. What did they do so? Now we copy.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we'll not get enough time again. And what do people then think about this particular thing where Ghana self don't begin? Let your comments below, and as we go look at different one. Well, in the next edition of the program we get for look at 2 years of the SLPP government in office. Waiting don't change because the president gets a lot of things them we even talk say one for do. Anything don't happen? Yes, things then don't happen. Good or bad. Well, it left to you for decide. Let your comments below on them issues there as well, and we can use that in the next program. Until we meet again, my name is Ali Usise, and on the line from Ion Os, I beg get.
Me na Usman Justin, we not trust Ali for the right now.
All right, Mr. Not trust anybody for the right now. Thank you very much. Thank you to Yusef for listening to me or watch this video. Stay safe. God bless you.